Hey guys, welcome back to Critical Flick. Today I'm giving my quick thoughts on Barbie. So Barbie is the newest film from Greta Gerwig. I've enjoyed her previous works, whether it be Lady Bird or Little Women, so I was kind of excited to see what she would do with more of a bigger budget and a bigger film. And I have to say, I think her direction is very well done. I think the overall production of the film looks really good. The way they capture Barbie Land and kind of take you into this world, I think it was fantastic. Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling are great as Ken and Barbie. I think they really encapsulate kind of an expansion on these characters. Both of them get kind of a character arc throughout the story. I think Ryan Gosling is hilarious in this role. You can tell that he really loves playing this character and he's really living it up. There's some incredible singing and dance sequences, and I really just enjoyed his opportunity to shine on the screen. I do think Margot Robbie's take on Barbie and taking kind of a stereotypical character and kind of turning on its head by the end of the film was really well done. The movie does feel a little heavy-handed with its themes at times, but I feel like by the end of the movie, it kind of softens up a little bit and gets its points across in a pretty genuine way. I would say while I was watching the first half of the film, I was like, okay, this is what this is. I understand it. And it's hitting the nail on the head over and over again. But I felt by the end, it kind of takes the more subtle themes and kind of describes them in a way that isn't as preachy, if you would say so. I will say I felt like the introduction of Will Ferrell's character, who plays the CEO of Mattel, felt a little forced. I didn't think his performance was terrible per se, but it felt more like a plot device to kind of move the story along and kind of be something that bridges the real world and Barbie Land together. He didn't really add anything to the film. I was glad to see that it wasn't just a fish out of water comedy. I really thought from seeing the previews it was going to be like Elf or Enchanted, where you're having Barbie and Ken in the real world experiencing, the terrible things of the real world. And while you do get that for about a 20-30 minute sequence, it takes place, the bulk of the film is in Barbie Land. So I appreciated that it kind of tried to integrate the two together and didn't just stick with that kind of basic formula. As far as the comedy goes, I think there were some really funny moments, in particular with Ken. Some of them didn't always land, but I think a bulk of them, for me at least, landed. And the film definitely does have its target audience. And I will say, when you're thinking of Barbie, you think this movie is targeting, younger girls or younger children. And it's really not. It's a movie about people that are older, people that grew up with Barbie and people that kind of had this idea of what Barbie is. And you get kind of a twist by the end of the film that plays into that. And I liked that perspective, but I think from a marketing standpoint, it may be a little confusing. And some people going into this movie may feel a little lost on why it was made the way it was. And I felt like the overall use of Barbie as a concept was well done because it's the idea of what Barbie is and what Barbie represents and how that can change and develop with time. So I liked how they handled that, particularly in the third act of the film. I know a big thing around this movie is the soundtrack, and it does work for this movie. There's a lot of fun moments that integrate in the soundtrack. Also, you get some moments of some characters singing. I think my favorite part of the movie, probably the most entertaining segment of the whole film, involves one of the main characters singing. If you see the movie, you'll know what it is. So overall, if I were to rate Barbie, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. There's a lot of elements of this film that I think are exceptionally well done, whether it be the production design, the acting, the overall themes going on. There's a few things that miss for me, but overall, I think it's another really solid film from Greta Gerwig. So if you checked out Barbie, let me know what you thought about it. I always love to hear people's opinions. And like I said, it's one of those films that I think the way it's marketed versus the people that go into it, maybe we'll get two different experiences. So I'd love to hear your opinions. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you like it less? Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.